Hey guys, Jared here with a Gameovation conversation video where today, as you can tell by the title, I am joined by Alex and we're going to be discussing our top 3 characters that we would really like to see in the next Smash Bros. Game coming out for the Nintendo Switch later this year. So how this is going to work is we're going to be discussing each of our characters, starting with number 3 and so on and so forth until we get to number 1. Talking about like sort of backing them up, giving them a case of why we think they're going to be in the game, then just like discussing it for a little bit and moving on. And like I said, so since you're the guest, Alex, we'll start with you.
Awesome.
On your number 3. So go ahead.
Cool. Well, hi everyone. I was thinking that Bomberman, get straight into it. Bomberman would be a great addition to the series. I mean, like, people have been shouting for him for absolutely years now, like, hoping that he'll be in the next game. I guess, like, people would say, like, oh, yeah, all you can do is, like, throw bombs and that sort of thing. But there's a lot more to the character, all of his power-ups and stuff. I think Nintendo could come up with, like, something that's pretty interesting with how you can power him up. Perhaps as playing as the character, the power-ups like sort of drop around the level randomly as they do in the game, or if you break something, hit something just specifically for that character, those items appear for them.
Yeah.
So you can you get like the punch power up, you get the throw power up and everything. Certain things you could do anyway.
Yeah. It's going back to the point of when you say that people moan about like, oh, he only uses bombs. Well, they literally made like an entire moveset for Mega Man around his blaster. Yeah. And it's like, they could be so creative with his bombs. They could use like the spike bombs, the small range bombs, the long range bombs. They could do so much with him, and he's been around for years as well. Yeah,
it's like Mega Man had gradual power-ups, didn't he? And they just sort of tied it into one. Like, this guy can do actually quite a lot of moves. When he's fully powered up, so you can.
Oh, they could totally do how Pac-Man and Tron, they change Tron has the speed and whatnot thing, and when Pac-Man holds up that little ball of cherry, and then it's something else, and it's a bell. Do you remember that?
That's right. Yeah.
You could do that with Bomberman. You hold something up, and it changes from objects speed, punch, kick, all that stuff.
Also, more bombs as well. You can multiply your bombs and stuff. Change the countdown for the bombs as well. Because you could really wig opponents out. Like, what if you've changed? You're throwing your bombs at a certain rate and everything, and everyone is expecting to blow up a few seconds after you've thrown them. But in fact, you've actually just set it to pretty much be instantaneous.
Yeah.
So
and also talking about bombs and stuff, you could kind of, I'm not saying copy, but be somewhat similar to what Snake was like. He used a lot of sort of grenades and kind of
gadgets
and stuff like that. So you could easily just do kind of the same type, because in the most recent game, he didn't really have a character like that.
No.
So Bomberman could kind of fill that void in a sense.
Yeah, sort of like a gadgeteer kind of character. And there's basically Snake's moveset were full of game references. Yeah. So you could have as are a lot of other characters as well, like Sonic, for example, when he does his up B, it's a spring, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a Green Hill zone spring.
Yeah.
And that's always fun. And you've got that classic sound as well.
Yeah.
Bomberman, it could be one of the items that are obstacles that are around his usual arenas and everything, like a teleporter or something like that. Or you got his little hairy rabbit thing that he rides on in the story modes of some of his games.
They jump
around and stuff.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. And as well, Bomberman's obviously in Nintendo's good books, because for the Switch when it was released last year, it was one of the first games.
That's right. Yeah, I never played it. It looked really good though.
Yeah, no, it had a story and stuff to it. It looked really good. Yeah, I've seen a few bits and bobs of it. It's we had Breath of the Wild, we had a Tetris / Puyo game, we had Bomberman.
That's right.
So it's kind of obviously Nintendo kind of trusts Bomberman to be kind of a good starting point.
It's one of the games that actually got me thinking, I kind of want to get a Switch and a 3DS now.
I would get Switch so badly. So badly.
He's presenting a Nintendo channel and doesn't even own a Switch.
Yeah, no, I wish. I might buy one. I might have to buy one, literally.
I have to. I'm aiming to as well. I've played. I haven't had to so far because so many of my friends own one.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
you know.
literally. But yeah, okay. So I think we've discussed about Bomberman at pretty good detail. So I'll move on to my number 3 character. And if you've watched my top 10 video, this isn't going to correlate to him because I've actually changed over my number 3 and my number 4 because I don't know, I just wanted to. Yeah.
Backtracking.
Yeah. And my number 3 is Spyro. Really would like to see Spyro in the game because everyone's going crazy over Crash Bandicoot and stuff with good reason. With good reason. We're very good because Crash Bandicoot he's an awesome character. I'm not gonna slate him at all, but I love Spyro. Like you grew up with Crash Bandicoot and I grew up with Spyro.
Yeah, it's like generation difference, I guess.
Yeah, and it's just like there's not really many 4-legged characters in Smash. All we've got is like Duck Hunt Duo. And I feel as if they could really explore into that sort of category.
We need more quadrupedal characters.
Exactly. And like Spyro can glide, he's got his horns, he can breathe fire, he could whack out a skateboard from Year of the Dragon and
from the 90s.
From the 90s, yeah, literally. And like, it'd be so much fun.
Gnarly kickflip.
Gnarly. And it'd be so much. I think it'd be a really interesting character, and I think they could do a lot with Spyro.
He had interesting. I think he had some interesting power-ups as well. I'm trying. You know the game's better than I do. I can't really remember. He did have some power-ups though.
It's been a long time ago.
he did have some good moves. It'd be good to. I'm really looking forward to actually. While we're on the topic of Spyro, the trilogy release.
Yeah, they're gonna remake it. Yeah,
that'd be good to see because they were good games. When you go back and play them, the kind of products of their time, because I think they were a lot more optimistic with the game. I'm not saying the gameplay was bad in Spyro, it wasn't at all, but how platforms are now, they're a lot smoother and everything. It'd be just nice to have that Spyro gameplay.
Yeah.
You know, chucked into a modern game. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I mean, out of Spyro and Crash, obviously, like, Crash is going to be chosen. If it was between one of the two.
Likely, but they chuck sleeper hits in there sometimes. Yeah. You never know. You know, it would be cool to have Spyro. Plus, he has a lot of, like, sort of psychic characters as well. And, stuff like that would come out. I'm pretty sure his little dragonfly companion had a function as well.
Yeah, that was like lives or I don't know. I can't. Yeah. It's been a long time since I played a Spyro game. So no, I just think they could be really creative with Spyro, and I love to see him in game.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So yeah, anyway, so moving on to your number 2 pick.
See, you think I'm gonna pick Crash, but I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna pick Crash.
I'm not gonna pick Crash. No, I want to choose Tara Bradford from Final Fantasy VI.
That's the main character.
She, kind of joint main character.
In Dissidia, she was the
chick with the green hair.
See, I would prefer the clown myself.
Kefka.
Kefka.
See, you know, when I was saying that, I was split between the two characters. That was the other one. I was thinking. You know what? I thought of Tara, and I was like, you know, I like to see her in it because she's like a summoner. She's an Esper, and like that'd be cool. You haven't got a character that summons monsters.
No, that's true.
You?
No.
You used to have the Pokemon trainer.
I mean, Pokemon trainer. We had Zelda did that move with that the knight. Remember that, the big.
See, that was cool. I like that.
Yeah, they didn't really explore much into it. They just did that, and it was kind of that was it.
Yeah, but it'd be just quite cool to have.
I mean. Who's the woman with glasses? The one DLC. Oh, I forgot her name.
What game?
Oh, I forgot the name. Bayonetta.
Oh, Bayonetta, yeah.
So she kind of does that. Like she has the big fist coming out.
I don't really count that as a summon. I count that as an attack. That's literally. I mean, it is not her fist that's thrusting out of the ground or anything, but it's still kind of like it's not really summoning another creature into the realm of fight.
I know what you mean.
I
think that they could be really creative with that. Would the player control the little?
They could go either way, really.
I'm trying to think how it would function.
I guess you could how you like we were saying before, like flick flew, like say what's his name, Shulk. You know, Shulk. You can switch between different stances. You can switch between different summons. Instead, like elements, because you got like what were the main ones in 6? You had like Ifrit, you had I think Shiva was in 6. You had the Titan, the Earth summon and everything. Kind of, they used quite a few like sort of ones that don't really get used now. Back then, which would be nice to see. You've got like different ones, But like, I don't know, you can switch between different, as if you're switching between different elements instead of stances, and then perhaps have all your different moves correlate to different ones. So you're still playing as Terra, you still attack as a kind of like, I guess I'm kind of describing how like you would play as the Pokemon trainer, except you don't switch the character entirely.
I'm thinking it's giving me kind of Rosalina and Luma vibes. You know how Rosalina can send off Luma, and like when she attacks, the Luma attacks as well across the other side of the stage. So it's kind of...
That's right. Actually, I do not. I played that character for the first time last time we played, like a few months back.
Yeah.
And I thought she was really interesting.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with the idea of it's like something they touched on, but I don't think they've really properly divulged into it.
They could like do more with it, like, you know, because you got all these very complex characters these days now. You got like the bunch from there's lots of complex characters from Fire Emblem now. I really like, what the heck is that character's name? Josh like loves this character so much.
Lynn.
Wait,
is it a character in the game?
Long range character with the book.
Robin.
Hate Robin. I hate Robin, Josh.
Yeah, no, Josh is crazy good with Robin. Every time he picks, I might as well just give up. He's just so good.
I'm done.
He's good with the Fire Emblem characters. I don't get it.
He just really likes Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, so you got like characters like that. They're kind of complex, and I like how that's going. So, like, you know, they're opening up more options for other characters rather than punch, kick, jump high, and duck, and dodge.
Yeah.
Dive, duck, and dodge. So, yeah, I don't know. I think something would be cool. I didn't say Kefka in the end because it's just another... Like we were saying, what I was saying a second ago with, like, Majora as well. Not Majora, Skull Kid.
Yeah.
It's just another magic fighter, character. Yeah. There's no actual specific move set, you know.
I get you, because I was tempted to say someone like Zidane from Final Fantasy IX, but then again, it's just another Swords character.
Yeah, and Zidane would be more interesting because he's a thief and you can interpret.
You mean like a Diddy Kong stroke Roy?
That's the trouble. Yeah, he would literally be, or Pit even. Pit is like, you know, the twin swords guy, isn't he?
Yeah,
you know,
he would. So,
yeah, Diddy Kong. You got two primate characters already. You don't need another one.
Yeah.
I love Zidane though.
Yeah.
However, he was never. And mind you, neither was Cloud.
Yeah.
You know.
Who knows? Anyway, moving on to my number 2. It's gonna be a relatively short discussion because my number 2 is Bomberman as well. Yeah. No.
You like him more than I do.
Yeah, no, I love Bomberman. I played the games like, on the Game Boy game like so much when I was young, and I love him. I think I've said what I needed to say about him when we were discussing him before.
He was an old staple character, like you know, like I used to play those games so much, like when I was a kid as well on the SNES and NES. Like I think I played the NES version as well. It's a lot different than it is now. You know. Yeah. I'd be pissed if they put the Bomberman in him, but put the NES version.
Yeah.
In. Like, what the
yeah. Oh
this
god.
Guy.
He literally. Don't even get me started. Like well, something I will say though is like Smash Bros. Brawl brought in Sonic and Snake. Smash Bros. 4 brought in Pac-Man and Mega Man. And I feel as if obviously this new one's gonna have to bring in another big character, and I really feel as if I think Bomberman could fill that spot. I think Crash Bandicoot could fill that spot. It's just I really feel as if they've got to like not up the game, but just like still bring out a big third-party character. Into the game. And I know I think, like I said, I think Bomberman and Crash Bandicoot could be those two characters. So I know we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
It'll be good.
So I guess we gotta move on to your number 1.
I suppose so, yeah.
And I know who this is.
You know who this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's none other than Nico from GTA 4.
Naruto.
Naruto. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Shippuden. Definitely.
God.
We'll see the multi-clone jutsu.
Oh dear. Right.
You're gonna get a lot of angry people now.
It's
great and it's completely viable.
How dare you?
You don't slay him. No. Why did I have to remember? I keep on banging on. Everyone hates me for banging on about this character as well. But I believe that Metaby from Metabots should be a character selectable.
And before anyone goes crazy saying he's an anime character,
What is this guy?
yeah, no,
Idiot.
yeah,
Metaby should be.
yeah, literally. No, I mean, no, because I'll let you say it, but you know.
Okay. Well, like, you know, like at first it sounds like a really abstract idea. It's like, well, this is just as random as like saying, you know, a character like whoever, like Abe from Abe's Odyssey or whatever, like a character completely unrelated to Nintendo. But you know, a lot of people don't realize that Metabots or Medarotu is a very long-standing Nintendo franchise, and was so like way before the anime even started.
Yeah, it started on the Game Boy in 1997. That's when it that's when it started as a game, and then it got adapted to becoming a actual like anime. Mm-hmm. So it was a game before it was an anime, and it debuted on a Nintendo console, which was the Game Boy.
Yeah,
and we all know how big the Game Boy was.
The series was based on the first game that was on the SNES. It featured all like the Rubber Robo gang.
Yeah.
Gimpy
Oh
characters
yeah.
and
Oh
stuff.
God.
I love that show.
I haven't watched
so
it.
funny.
I want to rewatch it.
It's
someday.
worth watching. It's so cringy and bad in some places.
It's like the classic old anime. Like
it is,
yeah.
but it also like I think it was aware that it was cringy.
Yeah, it's like if you liked like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, then you probably totally dig Metabots.
Oh yeah,
and, like Beyblades and stuff.
It was like collect them all and get more powerful kind of shonen kind of thing. The humor was absolutely key there. It was brilliant. But actually, more than that, more importantly than that, is the gameplay of the characters. Why I say it's not because I'm a massive like old school fanboy of the show. It's because I think that this character could really work in Super Smash Brothers because. As opposed to Pokemon, you collect different Pokemon. They each have their own moveset and such. In Metabots, you dueled other meta fighters, unquote, and you would win parts of their robot. Yeah. By the way, just in case you have no idea what I'm talking about, Metabee is a robot, a little robot. It's kind of like Pokemon, but except with robots.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah.
You trade parts like a head, the arms, the legs, the body, and they all have different functions and everything. What you could do in Super Smash Brothers is literally scroll through lots of different body parts. What if they even integrated something into the Smash Brothers sort of character system? Is that when you pick the character, you select a build, or if you build a character, like very, very, very obviously not as extensively as it would be in the original games, but you could say, I want flamethrowers on my arms, I want this, I want that, or it could be just interchangeable during gameplay. Yeah. Whatever, really. Like, either way. But it'd be quite interesting to, like, breach that sort of character select area, wouldn't it?
No, totally. Yeah.
I wanna play as Metabee or a Metabot and have interchangeable parts. Yeah. Because it would really change how you'd always mix up how you play.
Yeah.
I think it'd be just really great character.
Yeah, it would be. And like people may say, oh, it's a really old character and they're not doing anything anymore, but I actually, to my surprise, actually, they are still making games, and the last game they made was on the 3DS in 2017.
See, I didn't even know this.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's only got Japanese releases, which, I mean, it's not going to stop Nintendo from adding it.
No.
Because they had, like, back in Melee, they added Marth and Roy. Like, nobody knew who those characters were.
Everyone was like, when Melee came out, it was like, who the hell is Roy?
Yeah,
like,
literally.
I don't know who he is. I love him. But
he's really
like,
cool, yeah. Yeah. they literally they spoke different languages in the game. They spoke Japanese in the game, like in Melee, and it was and it was like nobody knew who they were. But so that like shows they're not going to stop adding like characters nobody knows. But and they're still making games for them, so it's like it's a totally viable option, and it's a completely off-the-wall character. Which,
in fact, it's fair to say that it's actually, and I love Star Fox, and I don't like it when people slate Star Fox. I love Star Fox, but it's fair to say in Japan, the Metabot series has been doing far better than Star Fox has.
Making more games, yeah,
way more games. It's still got a fan base over there.
Yeah.
So
I'm actually shocked, like, kind of looking at the amount of games they've made over the years. They made one in 2017, they made one in 2015, both for the 3DS. I'm actually surprised we didn't see an appearance or like a trophy or anything from the Medabots at all.
It's pretty incredible. This is why I've been like, absolutely.
Yeah, because when you first said it, I was like, what, really? That's a bit... But now I've actually done my research into it. It's like, it could totally work. I could totally see it happening. But, yeah, I guess I would be down for seeing Medabots in the game. And it would be very, very cool.
And that's my number one.
That's your number one. And
what's yours?
My number one is, I'm sure a lot of people may know, it's probably a lot of other people's number ones. I've just done a video on, like, the top 5 most wanted characters across of YouTube, and this character, without question, showed up the most. And it was Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
Everyone wants Shovel Knight in Smash Bros. Like, God, you can watch any video and everyone just says the same stuff. They say he can have an interesting move set. He's the representative to indie games. He just have a really unique move set and stuff. And he's got an amiibo as well. Like, a third-party character with an amiibo. That's crazy. Like, Nintendo, what? That is crazy.
It's surprising that he wasn't even put in the last game.
Yeah, everyone thought he was going to be DLC.
The game was out before that game. The last game came out, didn't it?
Yes.
I think it's a pretty old game though.
Yeah, it's been out. I think it's been out longer than people would think.
Yeah.
But it was weird because they released Smash Bros. And then they released this Shovel Knight amiibo, and everyone just thought, "Oh my god, they're gonna put Shovel Knight in the game." Unfortunately, they didn't. And I do feel as if a war will start if Shovel Knight isn't added to the game.
Yeah, I mean, after bringing out an amiibo, it was what was the point apart from collectability?
Yeah,
what was the point?
And this is Nintendo we're talking about. And they're so protective over their all their stuff.
Yeah.
So to let a tiny third-party company, not even a huge one like Bomberman or anything else like that, make an amiibo, it was like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Literally, I don't think there's been any other third-party characters amiibos except the ones in Smash Bros.
Yeah. Not to mention though, as well as the likelihood and the sensibility of putting him in the game, it's the moveset as well.
Yeah,
his moveset is incredible.
It's sorted. It's
It's got something for everything.
Yeah,
isn't it?
It's crazy. He can be such a cool character, and I'm not sure whether or not it is just a matter of time until he is announced.
Yeah,
because we do have E3 coming up later this year, where they're going to make some big Smash Bros. Announcement.
Obviously, as always, that's the event that everyone's going to be looking at. It's like who's going to be coming out as soon as they release the idea of Super Smash Brothers, and that's what they want people to be looking at now.
Yeah.
So it's just like who's going to come out. Like obviously their pitch character was obviously Splatoon.
Yeah, that's the first one. Yeah. So
and as you've mentioned with other videos, like you got the springy fighty guys.
Oh yeah, that's Arms. Yeah,
the Arms guys. They all seem very likely.
I mean, that I'll put money on it. They're going to be added. Like, it is just it's not a question. It is just a matter of time.
It's a fact. They're going to get in. And if they don't, it'd be like, why? Well, obviously Splatoon is going to be put in because they're a pitch character. But Shovel Knight, yeah, definitely.
Like, I can't see how anyone could argue Shovel Knight not being in the game.
It's just like, think of all the options for the attacks, because it's one of his main functions is I guess it's a bit more. In a way, he kind of plays very similarly, the same as Toon Link in ways. Stumpy little character, isn't he? He's got the down A attack, he was stomping on people. But
he would kind of be like a heavier Toon Link.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah, I think so. But Toon Link's moves are all about his tools, aren't they? Like the things he's got, his bombs, his sword, his boomerang. That's his stuff. Shovel Knight, his moves are all based on power ups he gets from. Kind of like Mega Man, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess he'd operate in a very similar way to Mega Man. Actually, coming to think of it, he'd be the polar opposite to Mega Man.
Yeah.
Because he would operate in a very similar way, except Mega Man is all about long range.
Yeah, he'll be about short range.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have any long range attacks. All of his attacks.
He does. He throws anchors and
Oh,
stuff,
of
but
course
they're
he
not.
does,
But
yeah.
they don't really go far, do
No.
they? He does have like magic spells like fireball and
Yeah.
stuff. He's got that, but that's like very basic, isn't it? But again, like I think whereas if you have like a character like Fox and Falco, you got like who's another like Meta Knight and Kirby. They make good fights together and everything. You get like Toon Link and Shovel Knight. That would be a fun fight.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, I think
Yeah.
it's a character that is just made for this sort of gameplay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'll be shocked if Shovel Knight isn't added to the Smash Bros. Game.
For sure.
Is really looking forward to it, and I think that wraps up today's video.
True.
Do you know?
One more thing I want to add. While we're on the subject of Shovel Knight, he'd also have a sick level. I think
Oh yeah.
his level would be awesome,
It was
and the
so
music.
cool.
They bring the music with him as well. So.
Definitely for sure. I mean, if they're gonna bring Shovel Knight, they're gonna go full out.
Yeah.
And I know this is probably a topic for another video, but I think Plague Knight as an assist trophy would be cool. He'd be
yeah.
throwing his stuff around and
Definitely.
yeah, they could go crazy. So yeah. Anyway, that wraps up today's video. Thank you, Alex, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And what do you guys think? Do you agree with what we say? Do you disagree with what we say? Let us know in the comment section below, and tell us what your top 3 characters would be from the next Smash Bros. Game. Be sure to subscribe for all things Nintendo, and I'll see you guys later.
Vote for Meta B.
Woo! Cheers, guys.